Loaded with 4 people, Reidy can't reach the worst swimmer.
Hey, buddy! Oi! 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 Swim to me! Swim to me!
Reidy relies on the vantage point of lifeguards in the tower.
Started doing double leg kicks.
Yeah.
Clint Kimmins has 7 years lifeguarding experience on the Gold Coast, but is in his first season at Australia's busiest beach.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's panicking. He's definitely no good.
Trainee Berkey is also at the South End. He's on a rostered day off, but working as a buggy driver for the Bondi Rescue film crew.
And even on my day off, I was still watching the water. I knew something was going to go on down here.
It's just starting to open up now. That tide's really starting to drop.
Suddenly, 5 more swimmers lose their footing on the sandbank.
There's a few others out there now. I'm going to go.
Just one.
Copy, mate. We'll keep eyes on you. 5 or 6 more people just lost their feet and started to panic.
Oi! Oi! Go in! Go in!
There are now 6 swimmers in trouble and only 1 lifeguard.
Yeah.
Saw him go in. I was like, oh, this is on. I started thinking I might have to go in here.
Yeah, central to Jethro.
Backup is 800 metres away at the north end.
Mate, there's a few more heads down there. It might even be worth just heading down that way, mate.
Usually the horn's really useful to clear a path, but on this day the horn wasn't working.
I was looking at other people in trouble thinking, geez, we need a few more lifeguards out here. Hey, buddy! Oi! 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 Swim to me! Swim to me!
A man further in struggles to stay afloat. Trainee lifeguard Berkey is off duty and faced with a decision.
Mate, that guy was properly drowning. I knew I had to go.
But has the new recruit left his run too late? As the rip intensifies, yet more swimmers are sucked out.
Yeah, central to North Rhino. There's about 5 heads now, so worth going in when you get there.
You've got to get on the board. Lay up your stomach. Stomach. No. Copy, don't go ahead. 3 arms out of the water.
Jethro finally arrives with first-year Bondi lifeguard Jack. Reidy, Berkey and a volunteer lifesaver manage 5 patients. 2 more swimmers cling to a small bodyboard.
Hear that, and I want to leave the buggy, but let me know.
Jack heads for the 2 swimmers who are waving, when Jules identifies yet another person in trouble.
There's a chick close to shore who's like practically drowning.
Wait.
You can't ignore when people are in distress.
PA Jack, and tell him to turn around and go for the chick into his right. She's the priority.
There's now only 1 lifeguard left on the entire beach.
By the time I grabbed the megaphone, Jack had gone past it. I just had to get in there.
Jethro's going in.
People drown in a minute. You think they're sweet and they just sink, so you can't really leave that up to chance.
Escalated quickly.
Bruno Chent is visiting from Hong Kong with his family.
We've been looking for him in the wrong spot the whole time.
I'm on the pedal. I try to swim as hard as I can. My kids are also here, so I'm really happy.
Is my dad seeing?
Glad you're okay.
This is my 5th summer on the beach. You know, it's time for me to really step up. We've got a lot of new, inexperienced lifeguards, and you know, that puts me in a position to be someone to look up to.
No more swimming in the south corner.
If there was a picture in the dictionary of what a lifeguard looks like, Hoppo's picture would be in the dictionary.
In the middle of a training session, Hoppo and Chapo notice something unfolding nearby.
What's happening here? They're drowning. You got shorts on? Once you realise someone's drowning, everything else kind of falls to the side.
Can you believe it? I grabbed the rescue board, then I went in and pretty much it was only 5 metres from the shore. After that I went in, all I could see was his arm waving. It was pretty much his head was under the water. We're so close to shore, the next 2 swells just sort of lifted us back towards where we could stand up.
Have a look at where they are drowning.
Lifeguards in the tower notice the rescue, but can't identify just who the lifeguard is.
Wow. It's Hoppo! Stand up. Stand up. They were seriously bears for sure. Oh, just Hoppo's wet. Superman. You're a lifesaver, Hoppo.
There's what, 8 lifeguards. He's meant to be in the office. He's on his training break, and he ends up doing the rescue. So I kind of saw a bit of humour in that.
The 3 friends are students from China.
Mate, how are you? Close call, eh?
Lawrence is an IT major.
Close call. So as soon as you couldn't stand up, can you float? Because if you just float, then that wave would have pushed you back where you could stand. Really, you should go down where the red and yellow flags are and swim down there. Are you only on the swimming pool? Make sure you stay in the shallow end.
Absolutely, I feel I will die. Horrible. I miss my mom, my private, my family. I want to study to continue study. He come and serve me. He is a Superman for me.
Yeah, Clark Kent. That was a tough one. I'll just stand up. We know it must have been an emergency because he went in.
That's the first rescue I've done out of lockdown. Probably the easiest one I've done nearly in my whole career.
You'd think, oh, they were just bobbing up there. They were bobbing up and down. Definitely bobbing up and down. More down than up.
There's a catch-22 with rescuing people sometimes. Sometimes if you jump the gun, you're taking a resource off the beach and something else could happen elsewhere. Or you hold back and that person just gets real bad. 1 minute they're, you know, climbing the invisible ladder, next minute they're like a tea bag going in and out of the water, so seconds count.
At the middle of the beach, Maxi and Hoppo identify 2 swimmers in a rib.
You're stuck in the middle of the rib. If you swim across, you'll be able to get in.
Hoppo wants Maxi to hold his position.
I was trying to advise them to let them drift a bit further because they were floating towards the sandbank.
From my angle, it looked like they were going to end up straight out the back. It looked like they were panicking a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to go in for...
Yeah, you can't afford to have a wasted trip. You're going to be standing before he even gets it. We need all our resources on the beach, ready to go when we really, really need it.
Barely in the water, and Maxi is questioning his decision.
As I'm paddling out there, I knew that they were sweet. You know, you run in like David Hasselhoff from Baywatch, you know, everything just stops, everything's in slow motion. Mid-paddle, you know that these people are sweet, and you think to yourself, why am I here? What have I done?
He's looking around for him, but as I predicted, they were standing up on the sandbank and walking back to shore. See, Maxi should have waited another 2 seconds.
I was a bit embarrassed, like when you fall over in the street, you want to jump straight back up, you want to shake it off and pretend nothing was wrong. So kind of headed out the back and caught a wave in and acted like I was going out there to catch a wave.
The golden rule of lifeguarding is when you go out for a patient, you bring them back to shore.
Not go out, get brushed and paddle and get a wave in and act like nothing happened.
Lucky there's a bank there.
The only thing worse than coming in empty-handed is having your boss there to see it.
I hate being brushed. Coming in with nothing, it's humiliating. It's not ideal.
He owes me a case for that if you go out and don't bring someone back.
Sorry, mate, I'm sorry. I learned everything off him. I learned everything.
Yeah, and as we can see, he's still learning.